International, bank name FCMB, account number 4528359012. Contact details +44 79 61 36 05 85 +234 70 36 70 6218 +234 80 23 44 1746 +234 80 52 1416. Website lfjoutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Note this, that the second visit will be at Shagam on 28th of June 2018. Let's come together to do it. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International presents 2018 outreach event in Nigeria. Date Tuesday 26th June 2018. Time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Paul Primary School, Adiogun, Akinyele Local Government, Ibadan, Oyo State. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is celebrating journey so far and a year celebrating of LFJ in Nigeria. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is an outreach bring dignity, awareness, honest to meet the physical need of people through humanitarian support networks, homeless people with need, widowers, orphan care, children and youth awareness events, medical, disaster relief and development. Iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa ni ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ sowọ́pọ̀ kájọ gbé lárugẹ ká nawọ́ ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, kíkọ́ ilé ìwé ìgbàlódé fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ àwọn abarapá àti àwọn aláìní àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Host and ambassador is Prophetess A. Akibiseyin for financial sponsors and support. Account details in London. Account name Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. Bank name Metro Bank. Account number 26891639. Sort code 230580. Nigeria. Account name Light of Faith and Joy International. Bank name FCMB. Account number 4528359012. Contact details +44 79 61 36 05 85 +234 70 36 70 6218 +234 80 23 44 1746 +234 80 52 1416. Website lfjoutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Note this, that the second visit will be at Shagam on 28th of June 2018. Let's come together to do it. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International presents 2018 outreach event in Nigeria. Date Tuesday 26th June 2018. Time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Paul Primary School, Adiogun, Akinyele Local Government, Ibadan, Oyo State. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is celebrating journey so far and a year celebrating of LFJ in Nigeria. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is an outreach bring dignity, awareness, honest to meet the physical need of people through humanitarian support networks, homeless people with need, widowers, orphan care, children and youth awareness events, medical, disaster relief and development. Iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa ni ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ sowọ́pọ̀ kájọ gbé lárugẹ ká nawọ́ ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, kíkọ́ ilé ìwé ìgbàlódé fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ àwọn abarapá àti àwọn aláìní àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Host and ambassador is Prophetess A. Akibiseyin for financial sponsors and support. Account details in London. Account name Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. Bank name Metro Bank. Account number 26891639. Sort code 230580. Nigeria. Account name Light of Faith and Joy International. Bank name FCMB. Account number 4528359012. Contact details +44 79 61 36 05 85 +234 70 36 70 6218 +234 80 23 44 1746 +234 80 52 1416. Website lfjoutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Note this, that the second visit will be at Shagam on 28th of June 2018. Let's come together to do it. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International presents 2018 Outreach. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is here to partake with the universal body irrespective of denomination or tradition, bringing dignities, awareness, honestness to meet the physical need of people, human services, food bank, feeding, clothing, homeless people with need, widowers, urban care, sick, disaster relief and development, and lots more. Gbogbo wa pátá lọ́rọ̀ yìí kàn kájọ náwó ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, àwọn abarapá, aláìsàn, àwọn tó wà nínú ewu, opó àti àwọn aláìní bàbá àti aláìní ìyá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ṣe lẹ́yìn. Show your charity. Prophetess A. Akinbiseyin is the ambassador and visionary for financial sponsors and support. Website lfjoutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Let's come together to help one another. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn ló nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́ wa. Torí ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún òun náà ní ẹnìkejì rẹ̀. The account number will be displayed shortly, and we believe God will bless you abundantly as you support this charity. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is here to partake with the universal body irrespective of denomination or tradition, bringing dignities, awareness, honestness to meet the physical need of people, human services, food bank, feeding, clothing, homeless people with need, widowers, urban care, sick, disaster relief and development, and lots more. Gbogbo wa pátá lọ́rọ̀ yìí kàn kájọ náwó ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, àwọn abarapá, aláìsàn, àwọn tó wà nínú ewu, opó àti àwọn aláìní bàbá àti aláìní ìyá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ṣe lẹ́yìn. Show your charity. Prophetess A. Akinbiseyin is the ambassador and visionary for financial sponsors and support. Website lfjoutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Let's come together to help one another. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn ló nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́ wa. Torí ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún òun náà ní ẹnìkejì rẹ̀. The account number will be displayed shortly, and we believe God will bless you abundantly as you support this charity. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is here to partake with the universal body irrespective of denomination or tradition, bringing dignities, awareness, honestness to meet the physical need of people, human services, food bank, feeding, clothing, homeless people with need, widowers, urban care, sick, disaster relief and development, and lots more. Gbogbo wa pátá lọ́rọ̀ yìí kàn kájọ náwó.
Good evening, everybody. We thank God for the grace of being here today. And as we know why we're here because of Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. But before we go into anything, I just want us to take a minute silence. And why is a minute silence? It's just for the youths, the young ones that's been killed or that's died up to date. It's just to remember their families, friends, loved ones, and just to ask the Lord to intercede for us all. I know somewhere now in one of our churches there's a prayer being set up for all the children. And I just pray that the Lord gives comfort to all families that have lost their loved ones. And the Lord shows us the way how this thing happening will get to an end. Just let's give a 1 minute just for the souls that have departed. For all the soul that has departed, may the Lord let their soul continue to rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
My name, as every one of us would know, is Prophetess Akimbisen. Thank the Lord for making me the visionary for the Light of Faith Outreach International. I have with me my brother, my pastor, Pastor Kumui here, and he'll be speaking to us about what it is in blessing. What blessing do we get in giving the less privileged? It's always nice that charities are set up, and then we go about asking people to support us to do something to help the less privileged. But he will be talking to us more about the benefits, the effects, and things that are happening in that. I would first talk about why Light of Faith and Joy was founded, or was made, or whatever name we want to say it. Whatever way you want to say it. It's about the call. You know, a lot of us that says we're prophetesses, we're prophets, pastors, evangelists, name it. We all have different calls. It's not every one of us that is called to set up a church. But what it is about is, I as a person had the call for Light of Faith and Joy International for a very long time. If I look at it, it's over 13 years. But I never listened, because I felt there were other things that were important in my life that I needed to do. And as I was doing other things that I thought was needed in my life, I got a reminder that I was told to do something. But you know, as a prophetess, when you look at what is happening in churches and ministry, you'll say, no, it's not me. I don't want a church. But I never understood what God wanted me to do until I got the realization that He did not want me to find a church. He wanted me to go out on an outreach to help the less privileged. And this foundation is not made like Akimbisen Foundation or named after my daughter or my sons or whatever. It was a name given to me by God, and I asked what the name was about. And it was explained to me that where there is darkness, there needs to be light. And when you have a less privileged person, there is darkness, because they don't know what the next day would be. And the outreach is set to go and give them that light. And when you put a light in the darkness, you have a faith that things will get better. And when you start getting things better, you get joyous. You're happy that, oh, the past is gone, I'm in a new place. And that's why Light of Faith and Joy has been set up. It was set up December 13, 2016. And by the grace of God, we've been blessed. We are on the grace of God. I would, at the end of this program, use the time to say thank you to some certain people. I've been told not to call names, so I would not say names, but when I say thank you, they would know themselves. And what is it about giving? What is it about giving? And who do we call the less privileged? I always say to myself, every one of us is less privileged. Because what I'm not having, I am less privileged in that. So it might not be food, it might not be clothing, it might be something else I'm less privileged in. So it's not just about food and clothing, it's a lot of things that the outreach is set out to give back to people. It could be comfort, it could be that word of advice to make somebody believe that there's a better thing for me. So my brother is going to talk to us about the benefit of giving. Why is it very important? I was battling against it yesterday night to say, what do I say? But being on Noble International, this is not my comfort zone. My comfort zone is when we're doing revival, Aliyah, you see me jumping. I'm off my comfort zone, so I'm trying to get used to the zone I'm in. But what is it about giving? It took me to the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. The mom gave the fish and the loaf for the child to eat when he went on the retreat with everyone. The child could have been selfish. And when he was asked, do anybody have anything, the child could have thought, it's not even enough for me to eat, so why should I give it? And it's not going to be enough for everybody there. Well, the child said, I have it. And the miracle of God happened. So it's not as much as we have, even the little we have. We're meant to give out of the little we have. And when we give out of the little we have, we get blessed more. So I'm just going to get my father to talk to us a bit. And then if you have any questions or you want to phone in, the phone number to call in is 07961 360 585, or you can put your messages on the Facebook, and then we will try to reply you as much as we can. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you for tuning in on this program. I would like you to pardon us, because myself, this is my first time to appear on a live program, which I believe the longer I settle in, the better I blend in and gel in and become part of it. If there's any mistake made, please forgive us. Now, we come before thee in order to appeal to you to help those who are in need. Just like the adage says that fingers are not equal. No matter what situation we are better off than some people. And then we don't wait until we are fully loaded or we have everything in life before we remember others. Now, as a believer, as a Christian, I will talk to you in the area which I understand very well. And I believe across all the faiths, we all agree about giving to less privileged. So those who are in the same faith as me, if I'm going to the world, you will understand. And those who are not, I believe you will understand the kind of, the word of kindness, and compassionate and giving to those who are not well, in good order, in terms of being in need of one thing or the other. The few things I'm going to discuss with us tonight, most of it we would have had it before in our life through preaching, through readings from the men and women of God, and in different ways. But just a little reminder. Now, giving out in life is very important to others. There is a saying that a tree cannot make a forest. You cannot be an island and be on your own. Wherever you're going to be in life, there will be someone that will help you, lift you up. There will be a sort of a ladder for you. But when you are growing up, you are passing some people, and if you look down onto them in order to help and lift them up, he helps you too. Because one day, you might be growing up, something may happen that you might be falling again. And then those who put you help can help you and hold you on. It is a law of nature, law of karma. What goes around comes around. For me, I want to appeal to every one of us. Although, as you see us, sorry I didn't introduce myself. My name is Elijah Olatunde Kumuyi. I'm here supporting our mother in the Lord here. He's a visionary. She's the one that the Lord has given the inspiration to fund this charity. And as she has already explained herself to you, it was founded 2 years ago. And they've been trying to do something to less privileged. She did not go to her own hometown. She looked for a place where she does not know them personally, not a family, not a relation. Because if you want to do things and should be more greatly appreciated according to our Lord Jesus Christ, if your right hand does something, your left hand not supposed to know. Because this is more appreciated more, not to blow the whistle of it. And then that really inspired me. That's really intrigued me to give her more support. She went to a very remote village in Ogun State, in Oyo State, sorry, and in 2 schools which she selected. In those schools, according to what I've seen that they have done so far, some of them they don't even have sandal to go to school, uniform, no chairs, no table, no notebook, no textbook. In fact, food is difficult for them. And we know in Nigeria, that's different things. But what we want to focus on how to help, how to make a difference in the life of others, how to have a footprint in this world that could be said that, oh, I contributed to upgrading, to well-being of some other people in this world, and will be written into your life. So one thing I need to appeal to us on and to explain is that when you reach out to other people, you kind of, according to the greatest commandment that the Lord our Christ said, he said, love your God, your God. Love your God, your creator. Love him. And then he said the one that is more like it is love your neighbor as yourself. Now, he now said something furthermore. He said, how could you love your neighbor? How could you love God? Your neighbor that you see every day, the God that you did not see often, is in heaven. You don't see him personally. But the person you see every day, if you don't love him or her, how could you love your God? Let's put it in this context. As a believer, we need God more than God needs us. If we need God more, that is why we worship God, because the scripture also told us that God can raise stone in place for children for Abraham if we not serving him. So most times or all time when we need God, that's when we go and serve. We get closer. When we are comfortable, when we achieve what we have, we relax, we lay back, we find excuses. But what of our neighbors that are living around us? The Lord Christ teaches us to love them first. Love them, and then you can show that kind of love to God. Because if you don't love the person you see often, how can you say you love God that you didn't see at all? No one has ever seen God. Even in vision, in dream, in everything, they can just give prescription, but they don't know what God looked like. However, now, do not let us make mistake and misunderstanding the concept of love. Is it if you're serving God because of what you want from God, does not mean you love him. Because once we get what we want, most of us will retrieve.
Yes.
And we look for excuses. Is that child? Is that business? Is that work? It took all my time. I'm so tired. See, I got home late. That shows the kind of love we have for God. Let's talk about the love for humanity now. The importance of reaching out to people, the importance of helping others, the importance of giving hands to people that are less privileged. It prolongs our life. It's very important. In fact, we are doing ourselves good as well. It prevents evil from happening to us. It makes the evil go away from us. You see, doing good to others, helping others, giving alms to others, and It's like you are sowing a seed. And the seed you sow, when it grows, it starts growing and growing and growing and growing. You will not even remember when it catch up on you. That's why I said it's like a law of karma. I will give you an example. I have some few examples I can state to us in the scripture. The believer will understand when I mention the name of the story in the book. Sorry, the story of Mordecai, which is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 3. Mordecai has done something good for the king in the past. There is coup that they were plotting to kill the king Ahasuerus. He plotted the coup, he divorced the coup, he did not let it go through, he reported the coup to the king. And because of his the help he did render to the king Ahasuerus, it was written down. But when Mordecai was in trouble many years later, Mordecai was just a gate man that sitting by the gate at the entrance of the king Ahasuerus. And there is a man called Haman. This man plotted to kill the Jews and and Mordecai. He wanted to destroy the clan of Jews not to be on the face of the earth anymore. He was the second in command to King Ahasuerus. However, with all his plot and everything he did, but there is one thing that catch up on Mordecai. The goodness that he has done in the past. Yeah. That is why I say when you help others, it will catch up on you the different form that you don't even know. The least person, the time you expect it. The time you least expect it, rather, that is when you get the reward. There is no hope for them. But what happened? But because when you are sowing that seed, is written in the book of life in the kingdom of heaven. Yes, God knows it is written it down for you one by one. It is an intervention of God that God now remind the king Ahasuerus. And the king Ahasuerus does not sleep or rest. He was restless because of the intervention that the Lord wants him to make. The Lord wants to make in the case of Mordecai. However, the king was restless. He couldn't sleep. And he called and said, "Can you bring me the book of remembrance? Is there anyone that we have to help, to render help for or pay back?" And they brought the book. And they saw the name of Mordecai. And with all of us that know these stories, Haman wanted to kill Mordecai and destroy the clan of Jews. He was second in command. He has put a big pole rod for them to put the head of Mordecai. But as a result of Mordecai being intercepted, he intercepted the plot that they want to kill the king, Ahasuerus. Many years back, he paid back. There's an adage in Yoruba that said, if you wet the floor, you march on a on a very soft veg. What it's saying is that we human beings, our behaviors is just like throwing a stone forward. After a while, when you've been walking, you will meet it. We don't know. We are all family. We are all generation, the tribe of Abraham. We are all generation from the children.
Can I just say something as my father is talking as well? It's all about giving. Yeah, there's a lot of references in the Bible we can go through. It's there. And for this minute, I say thank you to everyone joining in. And the Spirit of the Lord and the grace of the Lord would continue to be with us. But as my father said earlier, I need to say a bit about the school I'm going. A lot of people watching, or a lot of people that know me, know that I'm from another state. But Light of Faith and Joy Outreach is a spirit-led outreach. For us to have chosen that school as a place, we had to visit 3 to 4 schools. And for you to understand what I'm talking about, if you go to the Light of Faith and Joy Outreach Facebook and go to the events of the 28th of February, you can imagine a school where some are sitting on a chair and some are sitting on the mat. And they need to let those ones get off the seat, and then they would do something. I remembered when I was growing up, as my father says, only tabad daumi siwaju atele tutu. I remember when I was growing up, I grew up with a mother that when we were growing up, we always felt she had the motherly love, she had all that. Well, she wasn't giving us as much as what we wanted to give. Rather than giving us, she gave to outsider. When my mother is going on the street and she sees you without a shoe or your shoe, whatever, she'll get off the car, tell them to get her a broom, and she'll cut the sides of your leg. And then she'll come back and give you the shoe. When the Muslims are fasting and all that, she'll go to their houses and give them things. I never knew what it was because we would fight and say we needed pocket money, we needed more, but she's not giving us more. But as my father says, when people now say this prayer that people, a lot of Africans say, I don't wait a minute to say amen, because I knew she did the fair bit for other people. When my mother died, she's of blessed memory, at the funeral and there, we had over 20 people or more coming in and say, Mama Waku, even the whatever towards my mom dying was more than that she had. And it got to a stage, my father looked around and thought, I know my wife did not have children outside. But when you ask these people, they said, Mama ilo sanwo school our mommy, Mama ilo bowa. And we looked back and thought, oh God, that is why she didn't have lands or buildings or big, that is where her lands and buildings are. And when we see those people today, we appreciate them. We love them, because I believe, I looked at the story of the past gone president of US, Obama. He told the story of how he was born. He was born from nothing. Imagine when he was born and there wasn't help for the mother, or nobody helped him. He wouldn't have got to where he is today. Yes, it's a promised land that he would get, but look at how the Lord has paved it, because he was a child that was not born with a silver spoon, but he became somebody giving people silver spoon. So as my father is saying that there's a lot of references in the Bible, we're going to have people come in to talk to us about the blessing of giving. But let's go into the deeper of our hearts. We've been hearing sermons. We've been hearing what it is about giving. We've been hearing a lot, but do we do it? As I said to us, everybody is less privileged. We are all less privileged in one way or the other. But there are more people that are less privileged than us. If everybody, as Africans or Nigerians here, pick up a child to educate, we would not have picked up all the children in Nigeria to educate. So my father would continue with the Bible references, because a lot of us need to understand that charities are not set up to make money yet. I had it when I started. I want to share, whatever. Well, that's why possibly people like Pastor Kumuyi have said, come to Noble. And I have registered the charity, not as a charity, but as something accompanying, that as accompanying reference, which means that at the end of each year, I need to account for everything that's come into my hand, which anybody can see if you go into the company records. And coming here today, I owe you all the fact that when I do go to Nigeria and bless the school, I need to come back and show you what it is. There is a lot the school needs. And I don't want, Light of Faith and Joy is not an outreach that wants to just go and give you clothes and leave. No, we don't want that. What Light of Faith and Joy is doing with St. Paul's Primary School is we want to work with them for at least 2 to 3 years, or as the Lord permits us. The school do not have a toilet. I can't even imagine to talk about it, because when I saw the video the first time, I was in tears. Still thinking that a local government where I don't even want to go into our politicians, that you're giving money to look after some kids and you're not. And these kids are tomorrow. These are the medical doctors of tomorrow. These are the lawyers of tomorrow. These are the principals of tomorrow. So I'm going there, yes, blessing them, but letting them understand what it is about giving, so that as they're growing up as well, they learn to give and place a better place for themselves. I just want to appreciate everybody here. As I said to you, this is not my comfort zone. So I can see names here, and I thank you for watching. And my prayer is that you find in your heart to bless this outreach. This outreach will be accountable for everything that is given to us. And I can not just but plead, because without you and the grace of God, we cannot do it. Because I need to tell you a bit of a story. I said to my father that when the outreach was given to me to do, I refused. I'm a very stubborn prophetess. Even a lot of people online would know me, and I can see some of my fathers here that Timo Joe. But when it was given to me, I just looked at it. And I can see one of my sister here. I don't want to name her, but when I talk, she would know. That she said to me, Auntie, ẹ mọ̀ bóyá nǹkan t'Ọlọ́run ṣe fún yín ó nídìí nítorí pé ẹ gbọ́ ohùn ẹ̀. So I was so like adamant that God, I am in a situation myself that I need to get out of. You've not sorted that out. You've not met me anyway, but you're now telling me to leave that and focus on something else. But then the reply back is, "Ṣe tèmi náà. When you do mine, I will do yours." And that is why I'm going out there to bless these children, so that in years to come, when Light of Faith and Joy is there, they will be able to say, these people helped me to become who I am. So I pass on back to my father. I appreciate everybody here. I'm seeing people watching from Nigeria. I bless the Lord, because it's not by my doing, but by the grace of God.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, to continue again from where we stopped, the benefit in giving, reaching out to people. We are sowing seed into our life by sowing seed into other people's life.
FJOutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook, Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Note this, that the second visit will be at Shagam on 28th of June 2018. Let's come together to do it. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International presents 2018 outreach event in Nigeria. Date Tuesday 26th June 2018. Time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Paul Primary School, Adiogun, Akinyele Local Government, Ibadan, Oyo State. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is celebrating journey so far and a year celebrating of LFJ in Nigeria. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is an outreach outreach bring dignity, awareness, honest to meet the physical need of people through humanitarian support networks, homeless people with need, widowers, orphan care, children and youth awareness events, medical, disaster relief and development. Iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa ni ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ sowọ́pọ̀ ká jọ gbé e lárugẹ ká nawọ́ ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, kíkọ́ ilé ìwé ìgbàlódé fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ àwọn abarapá àti àwọn aláìní àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Host and ambassador is Prophetess A. Akibiseyin for financial sponsors and support. Account details in London. Account name Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. Bank name Metro Bank. Account number 26891639. Sort code 230580. Nigeria account name Light of Faith and Joy International. Bank name FCMB. Account number 4528359012. Contact details +44 7961 360585 +234 7036 706218 +234 8023 441746 +234 80521416. Website lfjoutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Note this, that the second visit will be at Shagam on 28th of June 2018. Let's come together to do it. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International presents 2018 outreach event in Nigeria. Date Tuesday 26th June 2018. Time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Paul Primary School, Adiogun, Akinyele Local Government, Ibadan, Oyo State. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is celebrating journey so far and a year celebrating of LFJ in Nigeria. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is an outreach bring dignity, awareness, honest to meet the physical need of people through humanitarian support networks, homeless people with need, widowers, orphan care, children and youth awareness events, medical, disaster relief and development. Iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa ni ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ sowọ́pọ̀ ká jọ gbé e lárugẹ ká nawọ́ ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, kíkọ́ ilé ìwé ìgbàlódé fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ àwọn abarapá àti àwọn aláìní àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Host and ambassador is Prophetess A. Akibiseyin for financial sponsors and support. Account details in London. Account name Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. Bank name Metro Bank. Account number 268916. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is here to partake with the universal body irrespective of denomination or tradition, bringing dignities, awareness, honesty to meet the physical need of people, human services, food bank, feeding, clothing, homeless people with need, widowers, orphan care, sick, disaster relief and development, and lots more. Gbogbo wa pátá lọ́rọ̀ yìí kàn kájọ nawọ́ ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, àwọn abarapá, aláìsàn, àwọn tó wà nínú ewu, opó àti àwọn aláìní bàbá àti aláìní ìyá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ṣe lẹ́yìn. Show your charity. Prophetess A. Akibiseyin is the ambassador and visionary for financial sponsors and support. Website lfjoutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Let's come together to help one another. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn ló nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́ wa. Torí ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún òun náà ní ẹnìkejì rẹ̀. The account number will be displayed shortly, and we believe God will bless you abundantly as you support this charity. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is here to partake with the universal body irrespective of denomination or tradition, bringing dignities, awareness, honesty to meet the physical need of people, human services, food bank, feeding, clothing, homeless people with need, widowers, orphan care, sick, disaster relief and development, and lots more. Gbogbo wa pátá lọ́rọ̀ yìí kàn kájọ nawọ́ ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, àwọn abarapá, aláìsàn, àwọn tó wà nínú ewu, opó àti àwọn aláìní bàbá àti aláìní ìyá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ṣe eléyìí. Show your.
We welcome everybody back to the program again, and we thank everybody that is watching now. I'm seeing one of my mother here. I know about, I'm not going to call name, but she would know. About a few weeks ago or a month ago, she did call me to come onto a program, and I said to her I was doing some few things, and basically I believe she would see now that this is what I was trying to put together at that time. But I'll be calling her after the program, and I'll still visit them. As I said earlier, my thanks goes to the Lord Almighty because He has been good. I appreciate everybody that is here. The journey of Light of Faith so far is by the grace of God. I say thank you to my adopted families. I'm not going to name names, but they know themselves. Some of them are online. I say thank you to everyone. It's not all by giving money, but I see the impact of your prayers. Because you see, programs we do before, I always ask, it's not Christian thing or whoever asks for sign. Because when you're taking up a big project, it's a bit like, how do I do it? But the Lord always do it. We became a year, December 2017. And for all the events I had, to start the event, I'm always a very worried person. But He makes a way. I'm going to this now. Pastor Kumuyi just turned up and said, I want to work with your vision. There is not much people that works with your vision that do not want something back. A lot of people would say, Tim, if I join you, what do I get from it? I cannot bless you, but the Lord would bless you. I want us to understand that the more we give, the more we get back. It is not about, as it says, even if you have 1 million and you give 500, it might not be worthy in the sight of God. But if you give 10, if you have 10 pounds and you give £1, the Lord knows you're short of £1 to do something better. This period now, as to our other Christian brothers and sisters, the Muslim, they're starting Ramadan on Thursday. Light of Faith and Joy is just one in a lot of charity. It is all about giving. In our church, I'm not saying don't pay your tithes, don't pay your Thanksgiving, but Itore Anu is very, very important. And why is it important? If it's given to the right person, we would have saved somebody on the road. I was going round today and yesterday night when I was coming back from somewhere. It's the young ones nowadays, what I see them do is they don't give money. When you sit by McDonald's or sit on the main street or sit by a fast food and there's begging for money. I saw a very young child yesterday, a lady, and the person says, can you spare £1? And she went inside, because I went into McDonald's as well, and when she came back, she gave a pack. I have a daughter that does that. I've got a lot of my daughters that do that. I was going to go into McDonald's to buy something to just quickly eat. But believe it or not, it's not being funny. I was looking for that money. I put my bag, I was emptying my bag, but I did not find the bag. I did not find the money I wanted to use to buy it. So I came back out. I saw the man there saying, do you have a spare change? So I went to the bus stop to get the bus. The bus did not come. So I kept digging into my bag. And I just took that money that I was meant to use to buy McDonald's. And I went back to the man and I blessed him. Because I just thought, okay, God did not want me to eat McDonald's. And if I did not eat McDonald's, let me give it to somebody that can. Do not let us think when we see them outside that they're using it for drugs or they're using it for drinks. It does not matter. We are saving people. If you have anything, homeless families back home, orphanage, widowers, even in this country, you can make things together as a church, as families, and take it to Great Ormond Street. Take it to the charity shops. They'll take it from us. I would want any one of us to ask us questions or phone in, maybe your own experience in life, what you believe you were meant to do and you did not do, and when you did it, you saw the difference. Maybe something you did and then you saw the way you were blessed. So if anybody wants to call in or share their ideas and even speak to Light of Faith on how you think we can move forward, we need help. I'm a very shy person to ask for help for myself, but I find it very easy for me to ask for help for this outreach. And we need help. I need you to tell me where you think I can go. I'm not a charity full registered because we don't have the clause. A lot of charities, a lot of churches have spoiled the charity commission ways of registering. But it's okay. If God says you're going to do something, you're going to do it. So if you know avenues of us to raise money, and we are going to be accounted for, if you know organization, if you know churches, if you know, Muslim community or anybody that is willing to give to people that really wants to do something, that is it. I'm saying this today, any other charity can do it, but the dream of Light of Faith and Joy for London is to have an hot kitchen, somewhere where people can come in, sit down, not just about eating, about counseling, about speaking to somebody. Somebody might not need food. Somebody might just need Pastor Kumuyi to say it will be well. Or I could just need somebody to say, Toby's mom, how are you? That how are you might bring 3 hours conversation, just asking me, how are you? So let's look at ways we think we can do something. If we have stories to tell, share it with us, call us. And if you have ways or things, something or the other that Lights of Faith can do different from the others. There's a lot of charity, and I give credit to all the charities that are founded and working. I give credit especially to the ones dealing with the youths. Youth Against Crimes and all these drugs and all that. I give credit to them. But every one of us cannot all run into just one avenue. Some of us have to run into other avenues to help people. So if you know any way we can do things to raise awareness, to help more people, then let us know. You can call us as at now that we are here on 07961 360 585, or you can put something on the Facebook and we would see and we'll reply you back. I see that you're all liking, you're all doing, I can see my son, my brother, everybody's saying hello. But let's talk, let's see on ways of us doing it. We're going to be on Noble for the next 4 weeks. We're going to have people coming in to talk to us about the blessing of giving. There isn't anything wrong if, as a church or as a Nigerian community, we have a big food bank where our people can go in and help themselves. London is not the same as it is 20 years ago. Salaries are not the same. Everybody's got mark or whatever on their face, making that all is well, but all is not well. Let's give a shoulder pat to somebody next to us. Let's not look down on each other. Let's see ways that we can help. I heard a lot of schools, old schools in Nigeria saying they formed old school association to build up their schools. I can't imagine those that have gone to name schools. I don't want to name schools. But when we were growing up, those name schools in Nigeria, when you go down there now, you won't believe those are the big guns. These are the big name schools. So let's all students get back together and go to their schools and see what they can do to make it better for the children there. Because I don't want to talk about politics because I don't even want to deal with it. But if you can give a helping hand, let's do it. I want our Father to say anything, maybe in his past history in life, what he has gone through in helping or being blessed by somebody.
Life, thank you very much, Ma. The way I see life is what you sow is what you reap. And some of us, we wait until we were told to go and give a beggar money. They're begging or blind people. Because what I see in giving is that it opens the door for you to receive help yourself.
Yeah.
It is not the same person that you give to that have to necessarily come to
back
pay
to.
for you. He opened the door. Some of us, we must have been praying, fasting, and live in church, but one simple thing that we haven't done is to reach out to people, to bless others. Because when you are blessing others, it's coming back to you in many folds. And the importance of it is that there is no lose ways, it's win-win situation. Of course, we can be very cautious where we spend it to. But however, I remember there is one comedian that says, in those days, Prophet Jesus fed poor 5,000. But these days, it's 5,000 that are feeding the pastors. It's supposed to be the other way around. We might be skeptical and say, oh, they've come again, this in the name of church. This charity is for everyone.
Yeah.
To help everyone that are in need, because we should be our brother's keepers. Reach out to people, and you are blessing yourself. It's not necessarily that reaching out is you that will reap it. It could be your children, children.
Yes.
You are sowing seed into their life. Wherever they get to, they find out that there is a saying in Yoruba. Tó bá kù díẹ̀ kí ọmọ olóore kó jìn sí kòtò, wọ́n ní mọ̀nàmọ́ná á ṣiṣẹ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ fún Allah ọ̀nà. It will create way. When you see all the seed that your parents you are sowing, it not necessarily mean that it is you that will reap them. It could be reaped by your children when you are gone, or when you are still alive, or they go to somewhere. Look. There is one thing that happened. We are all interwoven. We connect in this world.
Yes.
That is why there is an adage in Yoruba say that tí a bá ju òkò sọ́jà, ara alẹ́ ẹni ní ń bá. Now, the world is small. We just run and we connect with one another. If you look today, we have over 7 billion population. I was saying something. I said when you open a television and you put it on, and then you are watching, you can see the news. Most of it are people who are less privileged.
Yes.
They are going through situation, and then if they say to you, donate £3 every month and subscribe to be doing it by direct debit, there is difference between being. There is difference between anu àti ore ṣíṣe. Now, anu means you can be merciful, you can be compassionate with someone, but not help the person. Look, you are listening to our program right now. You can love it. You can share it. That's a help you are rendering. Now, when you share it, even if you don't have a penny to give, that sharing that you are sharing the program, someone that listening to it or watch the program that share it to, it can reach out to us. That's one help you made. That's one help. Because this is how it connects one another. Now, there's one thing I was saying. Now, you can see someone that fell. You can see someone that was in need. You can see someone that's hungry. And you like, when you have compassionate for the person, this person is hungry, this and that, and you didn't do anything. Okay. So that is not what we want. Now, if you have mercy unto someone, you have to reach out to the person as well. Now, Every penny goes a long way.
Yes, it does.
There is a saying that every drop of water makes an ocean, which means that ocean can bless other people.
Yes.
If you are reaching out, like our mother said, this work, you will see it. The proof is there. I shall be going to Nigeria in June by the grace of God to put more. As we are speaking now, they are making the bench and tables and things like that for the children to use. And all these things will be video and then bring back to you to see. The proof of it, the pudding is in the eating. When people come to meet you for help, sometimes you will see, I see these people that are already full up and they're coming to siphon you and rip you off. But that is not the case of this charity. Mm-hmm. We put our name there. Those who know us, we know our reputation, our integrity is online right here. And when we see something that is genuine, we support it. Because this is what God sent us to do, to help one another. Look, I was saying this one is small. This word is small. It's very, very little. I'll give you a very little story regarding my wife. My wife, at work, a colleague at work, that they work together. Now, but they never know that they know each other from back home. Their father are very good friends. They went to same primary school and same secondary school. The family are so close. But the children don't know. They don't know each other. The lady was bearing her own father's name. My wife is bearing my name. However, but one day after they've been working together for years, something lead to something, and they talk about their father. It was like, so where are you from? I'm from so. Oh, my father is from so too. What's your father's name? They give name. What's your father? Oh, and then look, if they have been doing any evil to each other before, do you see what would happen? It's small word. Any little help you can do to others, do it. And then the Lord, in His infinite mercy, will reward you. There is a clip I read about Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa, we all know about her. She said something. She said, do things for people, not because of who they are or what they do in return, but because of who you are.
Yes.
What kind of seed do you produce? What would people say about you when you've gone? What kind of footprint do you make? I mean, that we can say about you. There is always a saying that
let me take this time as well now to say hello to those watching. Okiki Jesu, my darling mom. You see, your baby sister is following the footstep. I need your prayers, and I pray that the Lord would continue to bless your ministry. My son in Nigeria, John, happy belated birthday. His birthday was yesterday. I pray that the Lord continue to be with you. He's one of the members in Nigeria. And I have my darling daughter, my first girl, Beatrice, I know, is watching with me. Thank you. My darling sister, Yadra Christian, so good. I appreciate you. She has actually come on one of my events. She never asked me for a penny, and she blessed me with the songs, and people there did enjoy. My darling wife and sister in Nigeria, Kende Adenikon, I can see you here. Larry Fash, Eva, thanks for your support. And my darling sister, my darling wife, Esther's mom, Lola Daudu, I appreciate you. I can see my mother, Sheung Odebi, thank you. You're really putting comments on. I appreciate you. The Lord will continue to be with you. My mother, Rachel Owo Ade, I thank you. I appreciate you. I can see my father, my brother, Noble on here. My darling brother, Bisi Fabi, I appreciate you. There. And my darling father in the Lord, he will be joining us as well in the third week here. Prophet Adebisi, every one of us know. I thank you for joining me on here. There is somebody here, Victoria Adeaga. I think I'm friends with her, and I've said a few things on her page as well. I thank you for joining. Another daughter in Nigeria, Tade I appreciate you here. Everybody here, I just wanted to take this time to say, because you could have been doing something else, but you're here. Mojisola Johnson, I appreciate you. And, I made a comment earlier on that, we prophets of God, we have this whatever. I've got my brother here. I've known him now for over 20 years. And for him to spend time to be on this page, I appreciate you. Arole, Jesu, Abraham, I really appreciate you for watching. I pray that the Lord continue to be with you. My darling sister, Funke King, I appreciate you. Yeah. And my mom is here, the newly ordained, Mommy Adegoke. You see, if I tell you about this woman, the last breath of her, she can use it to give. And I'm so proud to call her Mom. I appreciate you, Mom. My prophetess Giwa, I appreciate you being on here as well. Omowumi Ajoke, I appreciate you. Adenike Omo Jesu, I appreciate you. I just want to say thank you because I just look at, we're not selling anything. You could have just not bothered, but you have bothered to be here. And Adisa, I'm not good with Yoruba. I talk so well in Yoruba, but at times reading the names is very difficult for me. Oluwaseun Akinshanwon, that's my darling sister. I don't want to be whatever. I'm not even meant. I think I should even be Yelko, because from where that name comes from, I think it's from my roots. But I don't want her to start asking me for where Yelko now. And my apostle Yomi, I thank you. And my darling brother in Babaladura, he knows himself when I say that, he's watching. I need your prayers, I need your support, I need you to show me how to go to greater heights with people you know. I don't want to call your name, but you know who I'm talking about, my brother in Babaladura. I appreciate you because you're a busy person, for you being on here. I appreciate you. Bankole Femi, I appreciate you, my darling brother. I called you, you called me back, but we missed each other. I was calling you to tune in today and to bless the outreach. I appreciate you for watching. Everybody on here, my darling sister, Olajumoke, I appreciate you. My darling cousin from Nigeria is here, Mrs. Yemi Adekeyege. I appreciate you guys for joining in. If I go on, we might take all days to do that. Well, I'll go again to this program for the 26th. St. Paul's Anglican Church, St. Paul's School is in Akinyele local government. I know there's a lot of Omo Ibadan that might be hearing us, and they can check it out, because I always want people to check what I'm doing, so that we can be followed and see what the impact is. It's Akinyele local government in Oyo State. We will be visiting them on the 26th. As my father said earlier, we are in the production of benches and chairs. Okay, benches and chair. Benches and table, because it's called benches. You know, the old system of what we sit, that two people can sit on it. We're doing that to be able to seat 60 kids. We're on the process of it, but the little drops you give to me would make me be able to finish what I'm doing. So I would appreciate you all to do that for me. We're doing school bags for the kids as well. We're intending to do uniforms, but we want to take baby steps. That's why I said we're not just doing one thing and leaving them. We want to work with them for 2-3 years. So I don't mind people coming to me and seeing how they can bless me and how we can work together. If you have a charity of your own and you think you want to give an helping hand, we need to help each other to get to where we're going. So we're going to bless them with that. It's very funny to go to a school and there's no textbook. What do you teach them? So a teacher just has a textbook, reading it to the kids. So we want to bless them with that. But it's what I get that would be able to get me to bless them. We're doing school bags. It's in production. Maybe at the next time we'll get some pictures on for people to see. The bags are in production as well. We're blessing 120 children in this school. So we got stationaries as well we need to do. And you just don't give stationaries, books and whatever and go. So we're thinking of doing like a mini entertainment for them, just to make them feel happy, to believe that there's a better future. So all these things we're doing, and all I have to say is whatever you can give, however little, it will be put in the record, and I believe that the Lord will bless you. The account details to bless us with. The London account is Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. The bank we're banking with is Metro Bank, and the account number is 26891639, and the sort code is 230580. I repeat again, we're banking with Metro Bank. The account name is Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. The account number is 26891630, and the sort code is 230580. And the bank for Nigeria is FCMB, and the account name as well is Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International, and the account number there is 45283590 And if any one of us watching has families and friends based in Ibadan, you can tell them to contact us, and it will be nice for them to join us when we're blessing these children on the 26th of June. And the second visit will be going to Shagamu. It's a school that's, it's well equipped, but it's in a rural area where some families are still finding it difficult to send their kids to that school. And what we want to do with that school is visit the school, speak to parents that are struggling, video them if they allow us to, or just get their voice so that it's not me talking, and then come back and see how some of us can take a child and bless a child for a whole year or more than a year. And we'll give you accounts of how well the child is doing, and you'll be able to follow the child as well. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is to bring dignity to people. The poor people we're seeing, or the less privileged people we're seeing today, could be our president tomorrow. And when they look back, they would know that if somebody has not done something, they might not be there. So outreach is working with this school, and that's why we're starting now, because the new term starts in September. So we're starting with the new ones as well and see how they progress. And everything that is happening, we would let you know. As I said earlier, if anyone wants to ask me questions, or if anyone wants to do something, you can call me on 07961 360 585. And I'm seeing my brother here. I need to say thank you to him, because on Thursday last week when we came in, I never knew I would be sitting on Tim's program, and that is how he interviewed us, and he never knew we were going to be here. But I thank him. I've known him now for over 20 years. I bless the Lord in you. And as I said, I need every one of you's support. Every little drops, as my father says, makes an ocean. £5 is not too small. £10 is not too small. Whatever the Lord gives in your heart to bless. And what I say is, like, when you're blessing, You know, we have these things in church or in mosque or wherever, that when you want to give, they tell us to pray. As my father says, Itore Anu in the church, we think it's compulsory. But there are things that is not meant to be compulsory for us to do freely. So I'm just saying that whatever you give, use it to stand in the gap for your children's children, because you're laying a foundation for them to build on. And for every other person that is out there blessing people, I don't want to name any charity, because if I leave some out, it will be like I'm in favor of some. But for everybody that is out there blessing people, I pray that the Lord blesses you. And as I said, I need your help. But even if you don't come to help me, put in your heart to bless somebody, because through this, the Lord will bless you as well. I'm not sure if my father has any more. I thought people would be calling in, but I've not had anyone calling in. Someone says here, good evening, madam. It's Fola Shade Yeyeoba. Says you're interviewing along with Pastor Kumuyi is being watched from NYC.
New York City.
New York City. Oh God. How do you select the recipients of this blessing, and is the goal of your organization to support them through? Yeah, thank you, my mother. It's a very good question. As I said earlier, I'm not sure, maybe it's because you've just come in. As I said earlier, Light of Faith and Joy wants to work differently with other organizations. I want to work differently from the way other people work. We have this habit of going around and saying we want to use clothes, and we just take it there and we just leave it, and that's it. We don't go back. I don't want to do that. I was blessed with a father. In those days, maybe I'll say my father was okay. But I was blessed with a father that blessed other people. You know, my father blessed other people. He's not being proud, but he blessed other people. Because when my father was growing up, his father died very young, and his mother struggled to bring him to that stage. So he knew what it was like not to have a father or a mother, and he gave helping hands to whoever. But imagine he just paid for somebody's school fee for a year. How would that person finish? So to answer my mother's question, and I would want you to inbox me. I might inbox you again, and we might talk. What we want to do is the goal for the organization to support them. That is what I'm saying. That's why I started from a primary school. And that's why the Lord led me to that school.
So it's just for short period?
No, it's not for short. Yeah,
Hours?
it's not for short period, ma. That's what I said. I want to start with them with primary 1 to primary 6. And if you bless us with the grace of the Lord, we can get them into secondary school level. I don't want to take this school and go to another school and go to another school and go around. No. I want St. Paul's Primary School to be my project. And as I said, for the next 2, it depends on the blessings we're getting and people supporting us. But as my mother says, you've given me a challenge. So I'll take the challenge up. We will start from them from year 1 to year 6. And you and your members over there, please bless us as well. And we would always come back and give a feedback.
That's my baby sister working with my dad in New York.
Oh, thank you. That's why you asked me the question. So I might be seeing you soon as well. So you need to get me support over there.
With my mom, every one of them watching
Daddy, hello. I'm waving to the phone, but Daddy, Mommy, I appreciate you. I thank the Lord. You've brought up a good son. I've known Pastor Kumuyi now for over 10 years.
10 years?
Over 20 years. But he just sees me, and I keep saying, I've got this habit. Everybody's my brother. Everybody's my sister. It's the hand you pull out for me. I put that hand, and they've treated me as their own. So Daddy Kumuyi, you've got an adopted daughter now. So you had me to the groups of the family. But you've given us a challenge. And Light of Faith and Joy outreach members hearing, we've been challenged. So we will work with St. Paul's School for a duration of year 1 to year 6 by the grace of God. And with all your blessings and your support, I believe we will be able to achieve this goal. Thank you very much. This is an encouragement for me. This is a very big encouragement for me. Please support the Less Almighty. There's one of my mother, Mide Missy, saying to people to please support us. Your support would make it go a long way. Please, if you have questions or you want to phone in, please phone in and let us know. I'm here. Somebody is putting something here, but I have a question. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't understand what that is, but if we have questions, we want to call in. It's 07961360585. If you've had experience as well, you've blessed somebody or you've seen the impact of blessing, please let us know, and the Lord will continue to bless us. I don't know if my father has any more. And as I said, if you're in Ibadan, at any time on the 26th, please join us. It's Akinyele local government. We're going to put on Facebook how to get there. So for anybody that is around to be there. And on the 28th of June, we will be in Child Mary Grace School in Shagamu as well, to see what we can do to support them. The bank details, again, as I said, the London account is Metro Bank, and the bank name is Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. The account number is 26891639. Sort code is 230580, and the Nigeria account is FCMB, and the account name is Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. The account number is 4528359012. We would post it online as well for anybody that might want to. Okay, she's replied me back. Yes, ma, we are Pastor Kumuyi's family in the US. We appreciate you as well, and God will bless us to be a blessing to your foundation. Thank you very much, my darling sister. I pray that the Lord would put in everybody's heart to bless this charity. I would at this time as well say thank you to the sponsors. Some sponsors they don't like people knowing them. Well, for the sponsors I've got here, I've got a church back in Nigeria, the church of my adopted dad in Nigeria, Imole Ayo, in Bariga, CNS Movement Church. They have sponsored because a lot of their members are Nigerian members to the outreach. I've got my darling sister Divine, Prophetess Divine. Thank you. She's one. I know she's going to kill me for naming her name, but there's they're one of the silent supporters. Your prayers, ma, on the outreach, the Lord would answer, and I appreciate you. I've got my darling daughter as well. The gem the Lord has blessed me with. Photography company supports me. iFocus. Common iFocus. Noble People International. You know what? I've known Noble for years, but I just passed by him. I passed by him, and a lot of people just came to me and said, why don't you go and speak to Noble? So I know Noble, but I've not been speaking to him. And for the first time I opened my mouth, he did support my second. We came on this program to speak to people about one of my events. And from then he has supported me. I pray that the Lord continue to bless him as a person and his family. And Noble People International as a whole, all people in there, I pray that the Lord meets your need. I've got NASFAT, Manchester, UK, and Ireland as well. The supporters, they've supported my outreach. I've got EasyPrint, also supporting my outreach. As I said earlier, there's a lot of people I should be naming, but they would kill me if I say their names. But I'm going to call this person's name. Is my brother from another. He does not see my faults. Rather than him saying my faults, he sees God's grace in me. And that's by the name of Pastor Samuel Amos Ajagbe. I thank him so much. I thank House of Comfort Ministries as well, because the families in that place has made me a family, and they've just taken me as one of them. I pray that the Lord continue to be with you and guide you. The beginning of my outreach, the dedication of the outreach, I don't want to make mentions of names. I just add, I'm going to be, as I said to you, I'm going to be killed or beaten. So if you don't see me next week or you've got bandages on my face, you know that I've been beaten by some people that said to me, don't call my name. But in House of Comfort, I've got families there. I've got family, I'm not going to mention her name, her and her husband. I thank you because you've been very favorable to the outreach. And for all families and members of the outreach, all your supports are appreciated. Your efforts, financially, morally, spiritually, you are well appreciated. My adopted families, you see, very soon when I'm going to be putting my name on this, you're going to see my family name. My family name is going to be, God knows, my double barrel name is going to be so many. All my adopted families, I thank you. They don't want me to name them. I've got a darling sister. I'm going to name her. Where she is very far. So to get here to beat me, it's going to be whatever. My sister from another mother, Mother Chiro. I love you and I thank you for your support. All churches that have supported me, Mount Zion Church, CNS Church, Whitechapel, Mount Zion Jesus Saves, Mount Zion Jesus Reigns. I thank you. I bless the Lord, and I pray that the Lord continue to be with you. And I cannot say thank you enough. And I say thank you to the Lord for the journeys I've been through to get to where I am. And you know why I had to say that? During my journeys, especially my spiritual journeys, I've had to learn, sometimes the easy way, but sometimes the hard way. But I thank God for His grace. Blessed memory to my father that I started my journey in London with, which is Baba Shumefun. He was a good teacher. To all my mothers I've journeyed with, my mom, Mama Ogunleye, I say thank you. And to all my fathers, Daddy Abiola, I appreciate you. All the CACC members that have supported me one way or the other. If I start naming names, I would miss some out. And for the journey I have been, I think that church is the most place that my years of journey has really belonged. I thank the Lord for the life of my father, Special Apostle Prophet J.B. Odularo. That journey in that church has been a learning curve. And that is where the Lord has attained this ministry from. I thank the Lord for all prophets and prophetesses that have journeyed with me. There is somebody, I think he's watching, but he wouldn't want me to name his name. He is doing a lot for us, especially in the building of the benches and the table. I thank you, sir. And I pray that all that is yours is blessed. Pastor Kumuyi might beat me afterwards, but I thank him for his sponsor, because he could have just looked at me and left me. I thank everyone, and believe it or not, I'm one with Waterworks, so I don't want to start Waterworks. But I appreciate everybody. If I did not mention you before the end of the 4 weeks here, I would mention you. But if you have any suggestion for Light of Faith and Joy, let us know how you think you can help us, what you think we should be doing. Your advice will be taken on board, and we would work with it. I don't know what else to say, but we'll go on a break now, and then we'll come back to round up what is meant to be done for the next 4 weeks.
7961360585 plus 2347036706218 plus 2348023441746 plus 23480521416. Website lfjoutreachinternational.com. Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Not this that the second visit will be at Shagam on 28th of June 2018. Let's come together to do it. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International presents 2018 Outreach Event in Nigeria. Date Tuesday 26th June 2018. Time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Paul Primary School at Diogun, Akinyele Local Government, Ibadan, Oyo State. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is celebrating journey so far and a year celebrating of LFJ in Nigeria. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is an outreach bring dignity, awareness, honest to meet the physical need of people through humanitarian support networks, homeless people with need, widowers, orphan care, children and youth awareness events, medical, disaster relief and development. Iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa ni ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ sowọ́pọ̀ kájọ gbé e lárugẹ ká nawọ́ ìrànwọ́ sí àwọn aláìní, kíkọ́ ilé ìwé ìgbàlódé fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ àwọn abarapá àti àwọn aláìní àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Host and ambassador is Prophetess A. Akibiseyin for financial sponsors and support. Account details in London. Account name Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International. Bank name Metro Bank. Account number 26891639. Sort code 230580. Nigeria account name Light of Faith and Joy International. Bank name FCMB. Account number 4528359012. Contact details +44 7961 360585 +234 7036 706218 +234 8023441746 +234 80521416. Website LFJ Outreach Inc.
But to read something from my darling brother, Team Connection, it says here, an achiever is what you give to the says an achiever is what you give to the society, not what you got in your bank account. And it says, cease, don't relent in what God called you to do. There is grace in blessing when you give. I hope people know this. And that's from my brother Tim. As what we've been saying, there is grace and blessing in giving. And as I earlier said, even if it's not to Light of Faith and Joy, make it an habit to give. Do not think that because I've done this, I need them to say thank you. Even give to people that would not know where you are. So I'm going to tell you a very short story about where I'm going. They don't even know that the ambassador of Light of Faith and Joy is from London or wherever, because I said that should not be presented. They shouldn't know. It's not important to know where I'm from. And as my father said earlier, I come from a place, so I should really be going to my place. I should be going there, but it's not about going to my place. It's about blessing people that they might not even be able to trace me back to where I come from. Because if I go to my hometown, my name is known. No. You do for people that you don't expect anything back, or you let God give you the glory. Thanks for my sister Mayday. She's really been putting things on here for us. I appreciate you, and the Lord will continue to bear it. If you still want to come in, call in, or whatever, we can still hear you. My father is going to read some of the comments on his book. Is there any that we want to share?
There's not much I have here, but you've read most of it. There's Sister Sheung Eyilojuoluwa Odebi. God bless all the helpers in Jesus' name.
Amen.
They sent blessing to us. There's one little thing I want to share with us.
Yes.
One thing I noticed, we are all sojourners here. We come here to, for one reason or the other,
Yes.
to Europe, America, all over the world for greener pastures or every other reason why you are here.
Yeah.
Now, but let's reach back home. There is a
Yeah.
saying that Ile ni abo simi oko, beti ewure ba je lo a pada wale. Let us reach back home.
Actually,
What I noticed about, most of the big people in America and Europe today, they have made it big, like Akon and so. They go back to their country to establish a charity organization, stuff like that. This is what we are trying to do, and to make a difference in our home, in our country back home, for us to be able to make an impact in the life of the children that need. And also, this charity things is not limited to us. Just like our mother said, if you see people on the road, look, someone can have a very good job today.
yeah.
He can have a house, he can be a homeowner. The next year or 2 years, he can be homeless.
Yes.
Situation change. There is a comedian that will say, no condition is permanent in this world. That is Clarus in those days when we watch the masquerade. Please, I plead to every one of us to please reach out. You can reach out, and then, like we said, there is proof to be seen as the work goes on. And like our mother said, she'll be traveling to Nigeria for this project. She has started it, and with the meager amount we are giving, she has started building some benches and table and buying textbook. But if you can support more, they can go further. And with your
We've
help,
not finished it, or we're still doing it, and we
Yes.
need your help. We need help.
with your help, they can do more, and the more you bless them, the longer they can they can stay with the children. Like the question comes, is this just for temporary or throughout this primary school? It is a future plan that will continue, that will become bigger, and it can only become bigger with your help. You can help in many ways. You can know an organization, you can know a company, you can know someone who can reach out, because you might not be able to do bigger. You can be able to do a little, but you can know somebody who can do more. If you share this program with them, that's a way of helping. If you continue to share it, even if they don't watch it now, they can watch it later. Not everybody, some people could be at workplace now that they could not watch the program at the moment. But if you can share it on your Facebook, they will see it everywhere in the world. Please, we plead to you to help. We are all here to help one another.
Yes.
That is the purpose of living. That's the purpose of being in life. When you reach out, one way or the other, you are sowing a seed, like we said. It will catch up on you. You will reap it in different form. It could be your children, children. They will reap it. There is nothing we do that go in vain. It come back. That's what we call payback time. But how it's going to come, that is what you don't know. That's why we don't have to sow. where we expect something back. Not because you know that the father is a minister of something, or is the governor of somebody, or is a president of something that you know. In fact, in those days, that's when this worked. Nowadays, it doesn't work. Even the royal family cannot matchmake anymore. So people are going, so it doesn't work anymore. Now a child of a rich man or have to marry the child of their friend. Nowadays they break up because it's just an arranged marriage. You understand? So what I'm just saying, just for things not to be dry, that's why we just throw a joke there. However, please, our main purpose of being here is to plead to you. Every one of us are watching today. Please, when they play the advert, the account number is there, and then the one in UK and the one in Nigeria. Yes. And those of us that are all in America that you want to reach out, we know how we can reach out. My sisters, my dad, and everyone, my mom, that they can reach out to us. Back home in Nigeria, we can see people watching us, yes, and they can pay in Nigeria bank. Please, every drop of water make an ocean. And then every blessing that we reach out to people, the Lord Almighty in His infinite mercy will reach out back to us in the mighty name of Jesus.
I take this opportunity again to say thank you to Noble People TV for having us here. I pray that the Lord continue to be with you and guide you. I say thank you to everyone that have spent their time to watch, to listen. And for those that will be watching, I pray that the Lord meet your heart desire. There is something, amen, in your life that you want. You might not be able to tell the next person. You might not be able to share it with anyone. But the Lord sees your heart desire and is a person that do not need anybody to bless him. I pray that whatever your heart desires are, that the Lord would meet it, that you will be a blessing to others.
Amen.
And that our journey here in UK will be for greater heights.
Amen.
I thank everyone that our Light of Faith and Joy family, both here, London, Nigeria, America, wherever you are on the face of the earth. I pray that the Lord continue to be with you.
Amen.
I pray for all the members as well. It's not easy to work with Prophetess Akimbise, but I thank you for your patience, for your love, and I pray that the Lord will meet your heart desire.
Amen.
I pray that the Lord sends divine helper for Light of Faith and Joy International, that wherever they are on the four corners of the earth, the Lord would send them to us.
Amen.
I take this time to say to us again that we are going to be here for 4 weeks. For next week, we would be having like a compressed Bible to tell us about what it is about blessing, about giving. And next week, which is the 22nd of May, I will be having my father in the Lord, Special Apostle Shegun George, will be speaking to us on the 22nd, that is next Tuesday, he will be here. The 29th as well, we're going to be having Prophet Adebisi and Captain Mother Balogun here. And the first Tuesday in June, we'll be having Pastor Sam Ajagbe, Prophetess Divine, and other people as well that started it with us to join us on the last day before we all that are traveling will be leaving to go to Nigeria. The Lord bless you as you've watched us, and the Lord bless every one of us at desire. Thank you for watching.
Thank you very much. See you. Thank you. God bless.
Email light.of.faith.n.joy.outreach@gmail.com. Facebook, Light of Faith and Joy Outreach. Note this, that the second visit will be at Shagam on 28th of June 2018. Let's come together to do it. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International presents 2018 Outreach Event in Nigeria. Date Tuesday 26th June 2018. Time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Paul Primary School at Diogun, Akinyele Local Government, Ibadan, Oyo State. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is celebrating journey so far and a year celebrating of LFJ in Nigeria. Light of Faith and Joy Outreach International is an outreach bring dignity, awareness, honor to meet the physical need of people through humanitarian support networks, homeless people with need, widowers, orphan care, children and youth awareness events, medical, disaster relief and